This is the fallout, at least at this moment in time, is there is no fight. This is not happening. Basically, it's like at this point, I don't think it's repairable. I have no idea what Teofimo Lopez is thinking.
Oh, man. I'm going to keep it a bean. I don't care who feelings I hurt, because we outside. All right? I just came from a beautiful day outside. I'm going to be back out there, but I just wanted to do this video just real quick. All right? Listen. I'm going to keep it a bean, and I don't care who feelings I hurt, all right? Why did Teofimo Lopez, why did he duck around a pizza? Why did he duck Devin the American Dream Haney, if you want to call it that? Let me tell you, I am under the impression that Teofimo Lopez turned down the Devin the American Dream Haney fight because he wanted Boots money for Haney. That's what I'm under that impression. He wanted Boots money for Haney. Now, let me break it down. Let me break it down for you real quick, all right? Because Dan Raphael, that's my brother, he spoke on it as well.
Haney was really ready, willing, and able to do that, wanted this fight. Lopez did not do that. Turkey wanted the fight to get done. Haney wanted the fight to get done. Teofimo wouldn't sign the contract and blew up the fight. I mean, I don't know what the exact reason for that was, but he's not fighting the fight.
Teofimo Lopez, he had a fight that he thought he was going to get through His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh with Boots Ennis. Okay, Boots Ennis turned down that fight. As a substitute to that, he was offered Devin the American Dream Haney. Now, Teofimo Lopez has some words with His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh. He ended up apologizing, all right, for what he said about His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh, calling him a dictator and all that stuff, spelling dictator in a way that is disrespectful. Continues with his negotiations with Devin the American Dream Haney, and like Dan Raphael says, he turned down the fight. Now listen, here's the deal. Teofimo Lopez want the offer that he was offered against Boots Ennis. He wants something comparable to that for Devin the American Dream Haney. Why? Because Devin Haney is as big of a risk as Boots Ennis. I'm saying in this way, Devin Haney, at matchup-wise, can mess around and beat Teofimo Lopez. The thing is, losing to Devin Haney will hurt your stock more than losing to Boots Ennis, fighting for Boots Ennis unified titles at 147. Teofimo Lopez tried to get leverage on Devin Haney to make the probability of Devin Haney beating him lower by saying, listen, let's agree to 140. Devin Haney is growing tremendously fast. He's a growing boy. Now, he's trying to fight at 147. They both agreed to 145. Here's the thing. Fighting Devin Haney does not yield you the same type of purse as taking a risk and fighting Boots Ennis. And let me tell you why. Devin Haney is not seen as an action-packed fighter. Let's keep it real. I don't care who feelings I hurt. Let's keep it solid. Let's keep it real. Many of you, when you think of Teofimo Lopez, his style versus Devin Haney, that fight, how many of you see that as an action-packed, entertaining fight? Let's keep it real without fanboying, without hating, without race baiting, or whatever you do. Let's keep it real. Teofimo Lopez versus Devin the American Dream Haney would not be generally seen as an entertaining fight, a action-packed fight. Because of that, that fight doesn't yield the type of purse as a matchup between Teofimo Lopez and Boots Ennis. But the risk is greater. War room, you know me. I'm not about complaining. I'm about solutions. Listen, in order for us to get that Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney fight, the perception of the fight has to be that it would be worth your money. And the best way for you to feel confident about that, yes, the no running rule. Listen, if they can't make it a rule by August 16th, or whatever they agree the date is, you can at least put that in your contract as a no running clause in your contract. Because that way, the customer can feel confident that the fight is more likely to be action-packed than a running and chasing fight. Listen, the no running rule is a safety net. It is to protect the customer, protect the brand of the fighters, and protect the sport of boxing from a fighter choosing to avoid engagement excessively. And I'm talking about that being the fighter's intentions for the fight, avoiding engagement excessively over many rounds. With the no running rule, or at least in this contract, if they can have a no running clause, that can be a safety net, that can be a guard, and it can be a point of confidence for the boxing fan that both fighters will behave as fighters. And it will be confidence for you, the customer, that you will get a fight. Because let's keep it real. The fans, the customer, you guys need a safety net of confidence to say, listen, this fight is going to be a fight and it's worth my dollar. Now, many of you are trying your best to discourage the no running rule by lying on the rule. It is not against boxing. It is not against defense. It is not moments of taking a breather or breaking the rhythm of a fighter. It's none of those things. Those things are boxing. The no running rule is not against boxing. Actually, it is for boxing, and it encourages more development in the skill of the sweet science. It's against running and excessively avoiding engagement over rounds, just running around and robbing customers of their experience, of their money, and boxing of its prestige. That is why I think His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh isn't that confident in putting up the type of money for Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney to get that fight across the line. That's my take, all right? Because he was there and he witnessed May 2nd. They were all on the card, both parties, Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney. And y'all can fight in the comments on who fault that is. Either way, that matchup between Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney does not have the confidence of the fans that it would be a great fight to watch. Now, it would be a great victory for Haney or Teofimo, but that means you're just into the result, meaning you don't actually have to watch that fight. Just look at BoxRec or the highlights immediately after the fight. Those the black two sugars. I want to say this in conclusion before I go. Shout out to Lomachenko. Lomachenko, he retired. Lomachenko, regardless of how this may make you guys feel in the comments, is one of the best pure boxers I personally watched. There's no room to disagree because that's how I feel. Can't disagree with me on how I feel about it. Lomachenko is one of the best pure boxers I personally ever watched, in my opinion, all right? And I'm not saying he's the best that I've ever watched. I'm saying he's one of them, pure boxers. Didn't say he has one of the greatest careers I've ever watched either. Just saying he's one of the greatest or best pure boxers I've ever watched, all right? Including those of Terrence Crawford, Andre Ward, Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, James Toney, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacman Pacquiao, Marquez, Eric Morales, Salvador Sanchez, Ricardo Lopez, and many others, all right? So let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz the dope. I'm out.